Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Freeman Motorsports channel. I appreciate it if you're tuning in this evening for All-Star Race qualifying as well as the Open for the NASCAR Cup Series. And we are in for a good one tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'll do my best to bring you the coverage in terms of what's going on track. I'll have the leaderboard up once qualifying starts. But anyways, right now on track, the drivers are practicing basically the special qualifying runs they're going to have for the NASCAR All-Star Race, where they're going to have basically a live pit stop, and it's going to be a head-to-head challenge. Which team can have a pit stop quicker, and then that driver, once the pit stop's over, he will race one lap around the track, and he's going to be right next to another driver on pit road when this happens, and whichever one gets one lap done the quickest wins. And right now, you're seeing these guys try to, because what they're going to do is they're going to have a standstill start, and then they're both going to just basically smash the gas, go about 10, 20 yards into their pit stall, going to get the pit stop, and then after that, they'll take, a whole lap around the track. But these cars are not meant to do basically just like a jump start, like a drag start on basically. Like they are spinning the tires big time. How you doing, guys? Yep, Eric, first again. I think this is your eighth straight live stream. We're the first to comment. TB Gaming, how are you doing? Guys, I'll have the leaderboard up here in a second, just like this. Right now, there's not actually practice or anything going on. So no point in showing the leaderboard. But once qualifying's up, I'll have that live so that we can kind of see what's going on, where your driver is on the leaderboard if they've done their qualifying run. But this is an hilarious sight to see. Basically, you're having the cup cars trying to do like drag race starts on pit road, and the tires are they're spinning the wheels so much. Oh my gosh, this is not what these cars or tires are meant to do at all. But I love that they're doing something special for All-Star qualifying again. Honestly, I think I still like the old format better, where they would do one like hot lap, come down and pit, and then there's no pit road speed limit, and then fly back out onto the track. But this is also pretty entertaining, especially because there's that head-to-head aspect. Where did I get that hat from, TB Gaming? I actually snagged it on a Circle B diecast under their Black Friday sale last year. It was like $3. So it was like Larson hat for $3. It's probably because the whole DC solar scenario, but I mean, still, I'll take a hat for $3. If you guys want to get any NASCAR merchandise, go to Circle B Diecast for their Black Friday sale. Obviously, it's a long ways away, but their Black Friday sale is unlike anything else that happens in terms of being able to get NASCAR, diecast as well as shirts and stuff for cheap during the entire year. I mean, like I said, I got this hat for $3. You could get pretty much almost any diecast they had in stock for like $5, which is half the price. If you guys go to Coca-Cola 600 get the Gen 7 car. Yeah, I almost ordered the first Gen 7 diecast, but just missed out on getting it because I think it already sold out. I honestly feel like it's just a program diecast. It is pretty cool that it's the first Gen 7 diecast out, but I mean, just it's not really valuable to me in any way, so I didn't waste $12 on it. But the first Gen 7 diecast, I think are going to be coming in early July, guys, if you're wondering. So we'll have to see. Eric, you got 10. I guess you're going to be one of the guys trying to resell them, probably. I'm sure they'll resell for quite a bit of money. But anyways, qualifying should get underway here in just about a couple minutes. I forgot AJ Allmendinger's in the All-Star race because they won at Indy last year. Michael McDowell's in the All-Star race. Austin Cindric, the rookie. I mean, we actually have a pretty big field this year in the All-Star race. I think there's about 22 cars already qualified in, and they'll probably go up to 25 after the Open. So usually it's only about 20 or maybe even a little under 20 cars. Oh, you're getting them for customs. Oh, that's also a pretty good idea. Honestly, I'm just gonna probably wait till I'm just gonna wait till like the first couple of Larson 164s come out, and I'll probably be able to pick up a couple Gen 7 diecast at either Pocono, New Hampshire, or Watkins Glen. Appreciate everybody tuning in, though. Appreciate it if you dropped a like. We're already up to 5 likes. Also, I appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, guys. On the road to 1,600 subscribers, guys. We gotta get to 16 for the Biff, man. Get stiff for the Biff. Well, if you guys want to put in the chat what your thoughts are of the All-Star race weekend, I mean, I know it's somewhat controversial. Do you guys think they should move it from Texas? I think they should. I don't really like it at Texas. But then again, everybody thought it was going to be amazing when they did the All-Star race at Bristol, and that was probably the biggest dud of an All-Star race, I think, in the last probably 5-6 years. We're going to put up a poll, though, real quick here in the chat, ladies and gents, to see what we're going to say. Where should the All-Star race be? And if you guys can hear the thunder and lightning in the background, but I'm in the middle of a tremendous thunderstorm right now. So option 1 will be All-Star race at a super speedway, or we'll say Bristol or short track, Bristol, or we'll say Bristol. We'll say road course or a mile and a half. And then the other option we'll say for this poll is a stadium race. Here we got the poll up now if you guys want to vote on that. Kurt Busch Jordan car is going to be made in the 164 and 124. I don't even think I need to pre-order that. That thing's definitely going to make mock. I mean, that is probably going to be one of the most produced diecast of this year. That Jordan, the Jordan race win car for Kurt Busch. Sorry guys, if it's lagging out there a little bit. So the first 8 cars that are going to be up to qualify, the first one will be BJ McLeod, it looks like. And they're going to go basically from who has the least in owner points to who's got the most in owner points. Now, wow, I didn't know there's only 16 cars in the open. And there's going to be 3 that race in the open plus the fan vote. So, wow, I'm trying to think. If there's 16 in the open, that means there's 20 in the field locked in. So there's going to be 24 cars in the All-Star race. That's a pretty big number for recent years, like I was saying. Honestly, the guys who I want to see make it in the open, if I could have anybody in the open make it in, I would have Landon Castle, Ricky Stenhouse, and Michael McDowell. I mean, wait, what am I? Why did I say Michael McDowell? I would say Austin Dillon. Those would be the 3 I'd have make it in. Obviously, I think the most likely to make it in is probably going to be like Tyler Reddick, Austin Dillon, and Daniel Suarez. And then maybe Corey LaJoie make the fan vote or something. I don't know. We'll see. TB Gaming, how do you think the 1 through 10 Hendrick Motorsports has been running? On a 1 to 10 scale, is that what you're saying? Because if it's like a 10 out of 10 being like the best they could be running right now, well, I would say that right now, I'd say they're probably running about an 8. Because every driver on the team has wins. There's at least one driver is competing for the win basically every weekend. Last week it was Larson. They're not a 10 out of 10 because I feel like, some guys are still struggling a little bit on the week-to-week basis. Not every car is in the top 10 every week. So, I feel like Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Byron, sometimes they're hit or miss on the weekends. So, they could improve the consistency a bit. But I'd say right now, Hendrick's definitely the best team in the series right now. I actually probably say like a 9 out of 10, almost flawless as of at the moment. They've got the points lead. Every one of your cars is in the top 9 in points. So, not much more you can ask. Appreciate anybody who's tuned in. Eric and Chaco, you have been like the biggest viewer so far this year. I feel like you're here every single live stream, so I really appreciate your commitment, man. But right now the first car is out on track, and it's BJ McLeod in the 78 Ford for Live Fast Motorsports. Down the back straightaway, BJ's going to top out at 178. He's just going to get 178 right there. Man, I don't know what noise I just made, but I think they only get 1 lap or 2 laps. I'm not quite sure. We're going to find out here in a second. Okay, they only get 1 lap. It used to be 2 laps, but then, I don't know, like last year it just changed to 1, and now it's been 1. I feel like it was better when it was 2 because you could build up that momentum, but it's whatever. Now it's Cody Ware. In our other exhibition event this year at the Clash at the Coliseum, Cody Ware showed some decent pace. Maybe he'll have that pace again here at another exhibition event at Charlotte. At Texas. Who knows? Wow, he's 0.3 faster than BJ McLeod right now. Oh boy. He may even be 0.4 faster at the line. He's going to be almost a half a second faster than BJ McLeod. Yikes, that must have been a pretty bad lap for McLeod. But right now he just ran a 29.50, Cody Ware, and the fastest lap in practice was like a 28.90. So he's not too far off the best pace in practice. Now Landon Castle's out on track. He's running a part-time schedule for that 77 team, but he's going to be in the All-Star race. He's been splitting that ride with Josh Bilicki on most weekends. Right now he's running a pretty close lap time to Cody Ware. He's got about a tenth of a gap over the 51 down the back straightaway. Unless he bottles it here off turn 4, he should be the tentative pole sitter. Off turn 4, Landon Castle is going to beat Cody Ware by just about 0.2. And he is going to run a 29.28. So pretty solid lap there, averaging 184 miles an hour. Now here comes Garrett Smithley in the 15. Well, I don't think we've seen Garrett in that car very much this year, but here you have Garrett Smithley running the 15 Rick Ware car. That car has been usually ran by J.J. Yaley or David Reagan mostly this year, so I haven't seen Smithley in the car much, but he, I guess, is in it for the All-Star race right now. He's looking for 3rd place. Not too fast of a lap time here. I don't really see that car being too competitive tomorrow, mainly because it's a Rick Ware car, but also, Garrett doesn't have much seat time in the next-gen car. And he's going to go 3rd quickest and just to be ahead of BJ McLeod. Oh, Bubba Wallace is rocking the stash this weekend. Now that's quite the look. Now here comes Corey LaJoie. Can he take the pole from his Spire teammate Landon Castle? Corey LaJoie, one of the leaders right now in the All-Star fan vote. So even if he doesn't race his way in tomorrow, there may be a chance that he wins the fan vote. Right now, down the back straightaway, he is only beating his teammate by just about a couple hundredths of a second. But it looks like he might be able to take the pole here. He's got about almost a tenth of a gap over his teammate at the line. Corey LaJoie is your new pole center after 5 cars. He runs a 29.19. Appreciate everybody who's tuning in so far tonight. Appreciate if you drop a like. I'll check up on the chat again once these guys finish these first half of open qualifying. And now it's Todd Gilliland on the track. One Front Row Motorsports car is already locked in to the All-Star race tomorrow because Mike McDowell won the 500 last year. But can Todd Gilliland get into the All-Star race? That would be crazy to have both Front Row Motorsports cars in the All-Star race. This lap time, though, in qualifying, not going to get it done. He's going to go fourth behind both the Spire cars and Cody Ware. He runs a 29.74. Now here comes Harrison Burton, a rookie who struggled a lot this year, but maybe he can have some success in the All-Star race. Right now, he's trending pretty good. He's looking to maybe take that pole sitter position away from Corey LaJoie at the moment. Down the back straightaway, he's got about a 300th of a second gap, but that's shrinking down the back straightaway. Corey LaJoie closing in on him. Corey LaJoie now slightly ahead of the 21 in terms of lap time. It's going to be close. And at the line, and it looks like Harrison Burton is going to lose out by less than 300ths of a second to Corey LaJoie for the pole. He runs a 29.22 compared to LaJoie's 29.19. Now Cole Custer out here in the last car to qualify in this first half of open qualifying. And now through turns 1 and 2, off turns 3 and 4. Custer's going to be right there. Maybe be able to take this pole from Corey LaJoie. Nope, not quite. And it looks like he's going to slot in third, just behind Harrison Burton. 0.02 of a second slower than Harrison Burton. Cole Custer slots into third. So after the first 8 cars have gone in open qualifying, Corey LaJoie's out front. Then Burton, Custer, Castle, Ware, Gilliland, Smithley, McLeod follow. So still 8 more cars to go, including the likes of Austin Dillon, Tyler Reddick, and Daniel Suarez. I'm sure Corey LaJoie won't be able to hold on to that pole center position for long, but we'll just have to see. Eric, you got special privileges for the driver meeting. Here now, I'm going to check up on the chat here real quick. Eric, 2022 to 2019 paint schemes in Cup Series. Not quite sure what you mean by that. Mark, late for the drivers meeting. Cole needs a good run bad. Yeah, Cole Custer, he is dying for a good run. I thought when he won that Xfinity race at Coda, I mean, not at Coda. What? I just am like blanking sometimes. When he won the Xfinity race at Auto Club, I thought, oh, maybe Cole Custer, he's going to have some momentum. Maybe he'll have a couple good runs this year. And, oh, man, that 41 car has been nowhere to be found. He got the pole for the Bristol Dirt Race and then just faded immediately. Yeah, that team just cannot have success for their life. And, I really am starting to think, some people brought up this point before, but really just the driving style of the Xfinity cars, it seems to fit Cole Custer's knack more than the Cup cars. There's something about the way that they run a bit looser. And I think that I just think that the Xfinity car drive is just a better drive for Custer than the Cup car. I mean, we saw him go down into the Xfinity series earlier this year for a very mediocre team and get them a win. So I think Cole Custer just may not be able to find success in the Cup Series, but he's still got time to develop. He's probably going to stay at Stewart-Haas for at least another year. He's got ties up in the upper ranks of the Stewart-Haas organization, so they're not going to drop him necessarily anytime soon. But honestly, Stewart-Haas is kind of the big story when it comes to where there's going to be silly season news in terms of drivers moving around. Eric Almarola is retiring. Who's going to take that 10 seat? Will that charter maybe sell? We'll have to see. And will Harvick make a surprise retirement? Who knows? He's been very mediocre this year. Maybe he's going to finally hang up the helmet. I could see Harvick doing one more year and then maybe hanging it up. But if he maybe gets a win this year and a win next year, I think he can keep going as long as he thinks he's still competitive. But Ty Dillon out on his opening lap to go out and qualify here in the Open. Ty Dillon, honestly, I think Petty GMS has had some of the best paint schemes so far this year. I liked the Bristol car that Ty Dillon ran so much that I bought the front bumper off that car, and it is actually in my basement at this very moment. Right now, Ty Dillon tracking in the green through turns 1 and 2. But he's losing a bit of that time down the back straightaway. Now LaJoie's slightly edging out ahead again. And Ty really lost it going down that back straightaway. Off turn 4, is he going to be able to make up any ground? Nope, not quite. He's going to slot in 5th behind Landon Castle and ahead of Cody Ware with a 29.39. 2/10 off the current pole pace. Now here comes Ricky Stenhouse Jr. with a new sponsor on board in Viva Towels. Ricky Stenhouse on a momentum run so far. He's run with 3 straight top 10s. Right now he's tracking in the green, up 2/10 over Corey LaJoie. He's looking to take that pole in a big way right now. Off turn 4, this is definitely going to be a new pole time. Ricky Stenhouse tracking in the green, and he is going to beat Corey LaJoie's time by almost 0.3 of a second. He's going to go into the 28.9s for the first time. The first driver to break the 29-second mark in this qualifying session. He runs a 28.95, and he takes the pole. Now here comes Justin Haley. Will he be able to steal Stenhouse's thunder? Right now he's tracking in 2nd place through turns 1 and 2. Only about a 0.5 off Ricky Stenhouse's pace. Down the back straightaway, he's closing in on him just a bit. Off turn 4, I don't think Justin Haley's going to be able to take this pull from Stenhouse. He's going to slot into 2nd position, though. And Justin Haley will move up to 2nd place with a 29.02. Now the big dogs are out to play in the second half of qualifying. Here comes Chris Buescher in the 17. His teammate Brad Keselowski's already qualified into the All-Star race. Can he join him there tomorrow in the Open? And now, right now, he's tracking in the green. Down the back straightaway, he's got about a 0.03 of a second gap over Stenhouse. Is he going to be able to maintain that through turns 3 and 4? He loses a bit of it on corner entry. Is he going to be able to hold on off corner exit? We're going to have to see here. Off turn 4, he's going to lose that gap he had over Stenhouse, and now he's going to slot in 2nd place with a 29 flat. Buescher was tracking in the green, but had a slight bobble entering turn 3, and that lost him maybe a 100th or 2 of a second. And now he's in 2nd. Now here comes Daniel Suarez. His teammate Ross Chastain is already qualified into the All-Star race after winning 2 races so far this year. So Daniel Suarez is definitely going to want to try and make his way into the All-Star race. And right now he's tracking in the green big time, looking to take away that pole from Ricky Stenhouse. Right now he's running in the green. He's almost a 1/10 of a second up. Off turn 4, unless he has a big wiggle, he should be okay. Coming to the line, Daniel Suarez is now your tentative pole center with a 28.89. He gets down into the 28.8s. Only a couple more cars to go. Eric Jones, Austin Dillon, and Tyler Reddick. Now here comes Eric in the 43 Focus Factor machine. Now he's tracking in the green down the back straightaway, looking to take away that pole. Oh, but here comes Suarez back on him. Now Suarez tracking ahead of Jones through turns 3 and 4. Jones is really falling off the pace. Had a bit of a bobble there entering turn 3. Now he may be able to move into 3rd behind Stenhouse. And yes, he's going to move into 3rd with a 28.98. So now it's Suarez, Stenhouse, Jones, Buescher, Haley, or top 5 as they run right now. Now here comes Tyler Reddick starting his hot lap. Can he take away the pole? Tyler Reddick has come so close to winning multiple times this year. Making it into the All-Star race would be a pretty big win for that team. At least a momentum booster, a morale booster. Down the back straightaway, he's tracking in the green, but Suarez is closing in on him again. Through turns 3 and 4, Suarez gaining on him just a bit, but coming to the line, it looks like he's going to hold on. Reddick, now your pole center, with a 28.88, beating Daniel Suarez by 100th of a second. Only one more teammate could take away that pole from him, and that's Austin Dillon. Here comes Austin Dillon. Can he snag this All-Star Open pole? Right now, he's tracking for about 3rd place behind Suarez. Oh, he has a bit of a bobble, though, through turns 1 and 2. And it does not look like Austin Dillon's going to be able to take away that pole from his teammate. He's actually going to have a pretty bad qualifying run here. He's looking for about 7th or 8th place right now. He's just holding on to that thing, trying to bring it home right now. And it looks like Austin Dillon's going to slot in about 7th place, just ahead of Corey LaJoie behind Justin Haley. But after that qualifying run, Tyler Reddick will start on pole for the All-Star Open tomorrow. And then on his outside will be Daniel Suarez, and behind them both will be Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I think those 3 guys starting in the top 3 could be your 3-stage winners. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in so far, though. But that's going to wrap up All-Star Open qualifying. But now, here come the big dogs. We have the All-Star race qualifying now. And the way it's going to work is all 20 cars who are in the All-Star race are going to do their qualifying runs like a normal qualifying 1-lap thing. And then the top 8 from those 20 cars will compete in a head-to-head style matchup where they're going to start on pit road, 1 car on the inside, 1 car on the outside. And then they're going to basically have a drag race of about 100 feet into a pit stall. And then they'll get their pit. They will have their pit stops done. And then as soon as their pit stop's over, they can sprint out onto the track and they do 1 lap around the track. And whoever gets back to the start line first wins that head-to-head matchup. And it's just going to be 8 guys. And so then it'll be 8, and then it'll be 4, then it'll be 2. And the winner of that final 2 matchup will take the pole for tomorrow's race. Mark, Tony Stewart could get sponsorship for Kyle Busch. I know, we're going to have to see. I don't know. I think that there's this is my surprise theory. I'm going to make a silly season video here maybe soon, but we'll say, I think that Stuart Haas is going to sell that charter to 23XI or Junior Motorsports. Most likely 23XI. And then 23XI will take Kyle Busch, and then Ty Gibbs will go and take Kyle Busch's seat. Or I think either that's going to happen, or I think the 47 is going to sell their charter to 23XI. And then I don't know what will happen to Stenhouse. I think if they sell that charter, he may take that 10 car. We'll have to see. Because he definitely brings funding with Kroger. And he has his marketing agent or whatever is the same as Kevin Harvick's. So they have ties. Mark, don't forget Eric Jones. If I'm Eric Jones, though, I would take the 43 over the 10. Honestly, he's doing just as good in that 10 car, in that 43 car, as any of the Stuart Haas cars. So I think if he can build up that program a bit next year, because I think GMS wants to be a competitive team. They just bought into the Cup Series. I don't think they're just going to sit around and run mid-pack. So I think if he works with them, that they could definitely, develop into maybe a possibly good team, maybe sneak in a race win somewhere next year. But now here comes AJ Allmendinger. He'll be the first car to qualify. AJ Allmendinger is in the All-Star race because they got that win at the Indianapolis Roval last year in that crazy race. Oh, wait, Brad. Okay, so AJ Allmendinger on the pole for now, but he's the only car that's ran so far. Now it's Brad Keselowski. How will Brad Keselowski do? Will he be able to take that lead from AJ or not? Doesn't look like it. He's tracking in the red down the back straightaway. That 6 is running a beautiful patriotic scheme for the Coke 600 next weekend. And he's going to go in second behind AJ he's going to run a 28.90. So, wow. Brad Keselowski, he ran a 28.90, but that would have gotten him a second place start in the All-Star Open. So that shows you these guys who are in the actual All-Star race are running a lot faster than the guys in the Open. Right now, Michael McDowell tracking in the green for just a moment, but then he falls back into the red. Still trending ahead of Brad Keselowski, but not ahead of AJ down the back straightaway. The 34's got a new sponsor on board this weekend. I can't even read what it says, but it's a pretty nice looking paint scheme, green, black, and blue. Michael McDowell is going to actually slot in third place behind Allmendinger and Keselowski. He runs a 28.93. Now the next car is Bubba Wallace rocking the all purple Dr. Pepper black cherry scheme. That thing looks really sweet. I love the color, but there's really no design on it, and that's the only thing that kind of takes away from this car a bit for me. Right now, he's tracking in second place through turns 3 and 4. You know, Matt Collick, his whole motto is they just chase trophies in the Cup Series. So, you know, he probably was like, oh, I got a shot at winning $1 million. Oh, I'm putting everything I can into it. And now AJ Allmendinger still on pole after a couple cars have gone. Didn't really expect that, but you know what? I probably should have expected it knowing the way Matt Collick thinks. Now, here comes Denny Hamlin. Now, this will be a good test of AJ's lap. Right now, he's looking pretty even with AJ through turns 1 and 2. AJ has the slight advantage, though, according to the ticker. Down the back straightaway, they're dead even. Now the slight advantage goes to Denny. Through turns 3 and 4, it is less than a 100th of a second, the gap between those cars. Oh, and Hamlin's going to slide up off the bottom line there, off corner exit, and that'll give the advantage to Allmendinger at the line, but Hamlin still slots into second place. Right now, Allmendinger looking really strong right now. He just beat the fastest in practice right now with his lap time. Here comes Kurt Busch, the winner last week. Can he keep up that momentum? Oh, right now he is tracking in the green big time down the back straightaway. Up a 1/10 of a second right now on AJ Allmendinger. Kurt Busch looking to win another race, or well, not another race, but another thing. He's looking to take the pole here in the All-Star race. Up big off corner exit. He's going to take the pole by 0.2 of a second almost. Kurt Busch with a 28.62, a 28.62 for Kurt Busch. That's the fastest lap of the weekend right there. Now here comes the rookie of Austin Cindric. Right now he's tracking only a slight pace off Kurt Busch. Man, I don't think anybody's going to touch that lap time from the 45. I mean, he put in a fast one right there. I mean, that was a fast time from Kurt Busch right there. I don't know if anybody's going to touch that, but Austin Cindric's going to slot in third place behind Allmendinger ahead of Hamlin. But guys, so right now the top 8 will make the playoff bracket, if you want to say it like that, where they're going to do the head-to-head qualifying runs. So not the whole, they're going to do regular 1-lap qualifying, then they take the top 8 from that qualifying. So here comes Chase Briscoe. He's tracking pretty close to Kurt Busch, but no, he loses it off corner exit. That's where everybody loses all that time to Kurt. Off corner exit, that 45 just pulls away. But right now, Chase Briscoe still slotted in at about second position. At the line, he's going to slot in third, once again behind Allmendinger and ahead of Cindric. Now, Almarola trending pretty good. He's looking maybe slot in at second place right now. Almarola, the next car out. And he is going to go up there, and he is going to qualify in second, and he is going to knock Allmendinger down to third. So Michael McDowell is officially the first car eliminated who doesn't have a chance at making it into the next round of qualifying. Now here comes Kevin Harvick. Almorola just went second on the board. Can the savvy veteran improve on that? Right now, he's not tracking too hot. Right now, he's running just about pretty close lap time to Denny Hamlin in 6th place right now. So he improves a bit of time, though, through turns 3 and 4. Off corner exit. Ooh, no. And it looks like he's going to slot in 6th place, just ahead of Hamlin, behind Cindric. So now Keselowski and McDowell are both eliminated, and Bubba Wallace is the driver on the cut line. But I mean, so that's the first half of qualifying, or All-Star race qualifying over. Kurt Busch, your tentative pole sitter, then Almorola and Allmendinger behind him. But still, Bell, Larson, Elliott, Bowman, all those Hendrick cars still have to qualify. So a lot can still happen. Appreciate it if you guys hit that subscribe button. And if you do subscribe and drop a like, let me know in the chat, and I'll give you a shout out, because I appreciate it if you decide to subscribe to the channel and join the community on the road to 1,600. 16 for the Biff. Guys, you know how if you guys know who Black Flags Matter is, he's a NASCAR YouTuber. You know how he said Michael Waltrip 55,000 times, or 55,000 subscribers? Should I say Greg Biffle 1,600 times for 1,600 subscribers? Just a thought, guys. Should I do that? Also, guys, checking in on that poll, where should race be? The majority of you guys are saying maybe a super speedway or a road course. A couple of guys each say Bristol, Martinsville, or a 1.5 miles, but nobody's saying a stadium track. Here, I'm going to try and get the live leaderboard up for you guys. Right now, though, the NASCAR website not really wanting to communicate, or not wanting to cooperate. Well, it looks like, oh, here we go. Now we finally kind of got it. Let's see if it'll update here. Okay. Okay, here, now we got the leaderboard up. Okay, I'll put the leaderboard up for you guys so you can see what the front lineup's looking like right now. I think a super speedway or a road course would look pretty cool, though, for the All-Star race. I think more so than anything, I just think it should be changing. Going to new tracks here and there. I think it'd be fun to see it at Homestead, Miami. I think any race at Homestead's a pretty good race. I think it's a great track. I wish it was the championship race again. I think Phoenix, I honestly hate Phoenix as a championship track. That's just my opinion. I think the facility is great. I think the track, though, is just, it's not that crazy multi-groove racing. But Christopher Bell now on his warm-up lap. He'll be going out to green here in just a couple moments. Now that we have some of these more competitive guys doing their lap times, it'll really give us a comparison for how good of a lap Kurt Busch had. Kurt Busch has set the fastest lap of the weekend with a 28.62. But here comes Bell. Another Toyota. Right now he's tracking pretty close to Kurt Busch. Sorry, guys, got to blow my nose. Yeah, Daytona All-Star race would be pretty chaotic. And now at the line, Bell lost a bit of time off that turn 4 exit. We've seen 20 and the 11 teammates kind of slip off corner exit on turn 4 and lose maybe a couple hundredths of a second. But it's going to be good enough to put him in 6th and tentatively knock down Bubba Wallace and put Hamlin on the cutoff line. Now here comes Kyle Larson, the winner of this race last year. Kyle Larson, a 2-time All-Star race winner. Right now he's tracking in the green, and he may be able to take that pole time from Kurt Busch. Right now he's tracking in just about 2nd place, and he's going to slot in 2nd, just slightly behind Kurt Busch with a 28.63. Less than it's just about 100th of a second behind Kurt Busch. But just so you guys know, the top 8 make it to this round of qualifying. So just because you win the first round doesn't mean you get the pole. Now here comes Alex Bowman. Right now, Alex Bowman, though, tracking. Not with a great lap time here. He's tracking in the red. He might not be able to make it into the top 8 and go to the next round. He may even go to the leaderboard right now at the stripe. Alex Bowman gonna go 13th overall, the slowest lap time of the day, a 29:01. That wouldn't even qualified him on the front row of the Open. Now here comes Joey Logano. Joey Logano won the Clash earlier this year. Can he go 10 races? And right now he's tracking right near the pace that Kurt Busch had and Kyle Larson. But he loses a bit of ground off the corner exit. Right now, Harvick, the driver, on the cutoff line. Joey, if he's able to qualify higher than 28.86, he'll knock Harvick out of qualifying. And he's going to be able to do it, and he's going to go fourth on the board at 28.777. Now Bell will be the driver on the cutoff line. With only a couple more drivers to go, Kurt Busch and Larson are locked into the next round of qualifying. Here comes Truex, though, and he's tracking right up there with a couple of guys up near the front of the leaderboard. He's looking to take third from Almarola, as he'll knock out his teammate if he beats his lap time. He's got to beat at 28.83, and he's going to do it. Off turn 4, Truex is going to go to third place with a 28.74. Now, Cindric, the rookie in the Daytona 500 winner this year, on the cutoff line. Here comes Chastain, one of the drivers with the most momentum this year, out on his qualifying run. Can he make it to the second round of qualifying? Right now, he's tracking pretty good. He's running right about what Truex ran on his last lap time. Chastain had to go to the medical center last night after the truck race, or 2 nights ago after the truck, or yeah, last night. I was thinking of Sunday. No, he had to go to the medical center last night after passing out after the truck race, but he was okay, just a lack of fluids. It was a really hot one in Texas last night, up to about 100 degrees almost. Cindric, though, gets knocked down to qualifying as Chastain goes third fastest. Now Briscoe's on the cutoff line. Byron's out on track. If he can run faster than a 28.82, he'll advance to the next round. And right now, Byron trending really big in the green. He may be able to take the pole from Kurt Busch here. And it looks like Byron is going to take the pole from Kurt Busch with a monster lap. And it looks like he's going to run in the 28.5s. Yes, he will. A 28.52. 1/10 of a second faster than Kurt Busch. Byron with a massive lap. He knocks out Chase Briscoe now. AJ Allmendinger, the driver, on the cutoff line with 3 more drivers to go. Kyle Busch has to beat a 28.80 to the next round, and right now he's trending to maybe beat out Kurt Busch with a pretty good lap time down the back straightaway. And through turns 3 and 4, Kyle Busch should advance to the next round. At the line, Kyle Busch is going to run a 28.55. Wow, the laps are really picking up here late in qualifying, and that's going to knock out AJ Allmendinger. Now the driver on the cutoff is Joey Logano with a 28.77. Still 2 more drivers to go, so Almorola and Logano are the only 2 drivers at risk of losing their spot in the next round of qualifying. And here comes Ryan Blaney. Oh, and he has got a fast lap cooking up here, ladies and gents. In the green here, big. He may be able to move up to second ahead of Kyle Busch. Oh, never mind. He's dropping back a bit, though, through turns 3 and 4. Looking more so third or fourth. At the line, he's going to run a 28.56. And now Logano's going to drop out, and now the driver on the cutoff is Eric Almorola with one more driver to go. Your 2020 NASCAR Cup Series champion Chase Elliott is the last to qualify in the All-Star race. How's he going to do? He's got to beat a 28.76. Oh, he's dropping down the order. He does not best of lap time here. Right now, he's trending in the red by just the slightest of margins through turns 3 and 4. Chase Elliott, he might not advance. He might not advance. Chase Elliott trending in the red at the line. Chase Elliott going to run a 28. He's going to go 28.83. Eric Almarola is going to just sneak into the second round of qualifying with 28.76. And Chase Elliott's going to roll off 13th for the All-Star race tomorrow. So a bit of a surprise there. The lap times were just quickening. And then all of a sudden, Chase Elliott, the last to go, just doesn't quite have it. And he'll go in at 13th tomorrow. So it was a tale of two stories for Hendrick Motorsports. Byron, the first in the first round of qualifying with a 28.52. And then Larson in fourth. But then after that, Elliott and Bowman were just nowhere near their pace. Michael, New Jersey diecast. Why not move you're saying why not move the All-Star race? No more Texas anywhere like Talladega, Watkins Glen. I don't know. We'll probably have to be somewhere down south since the All-Star race is usually earlier in the year. But if it was moved down towards summer, you could probably do Watkins Glen. I wouldn't mind seeing it at Watkins Glen, considering that's my home track. Appreciate the couple of new guys who have subscribed tonight. And everybody who's tuned in so far. Up to 10 likes. I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate all 10 of you guys who are tuning in, too. But still, one more round of qualifying to go, and it'll probably be the most entertaining qualifying round you ever see in your life, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, it's going to be a head-to-head style, so I'll do my best to explain it. They're going to start on pit road, and they're going to just two drivers side by side on pit road are going to have a drag race to the end of pit road, and they're going to stop in a pit box, a made up a temporary pit box, and they will get a pit stop done by their pit crew, 4 tires and fuel, and then they'll race out onto the track together simultaneously, and whoever gets back around to the green flag first wins that head-to-head battle. And there's 4 rounds to start. There's 4 head-to-head matchups in the first round, and then 2 head-to-head matchups in the second round, and then just 1 final head-to-head between 2 drivers, and the winner of that will take the pole. And they are practicing doing these basically these like, drag race starts, these standings. And oh boy, those cars, they're just not meant to do it. They were just squealing the tires, and they were almost spinning out, honestly. And I think we may see a car spin out when they try to fire up initially. I'm just going to hope the car that spins out doesn't spin into the guy they're going against. Eric, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, man. I will be live for the All-Star race tomorrow, but not the All-Star Open because I'll be busy. What kind of qualifying is this? It's just a special All-Star race qualifying format. That's what they've done this before. Well, not this specific type of qualifying, but they always do a special qualifying format in the All-Star race. It used to be you'd do it, you'd get the green flag for your lap, and you'd go around, and then you'd come down on with no pit road speed and come to your pit stall, have a pit stop, and go back out on track and get back to the green flag, get back to the start line. And that would be how qualifying was done the past couple of years, but they changed it up now for the next gen, I guess. This is also pretty entertaining. I think I like the previous method better, but we'll just have to see how this one goes. I mean, I can't judge it too harshly yet because I haven't seen it happen. Kurt Busch did some drag racing in 2011. Well, I'm sure all these drivers have done a bit of drag racing probably at some point. Maybe not actual drag racing, but you know what I mean. Still appreciate everybody tuning in. Yeah, guys, as I said, I'll be live tomorrow for the All-Star race, not the Open, because I have a rugby game before that. Still, the majority of you guys are voting for a super speedway or a road course in the poll on where the All-Star race should be, but still nobody's saying a stadium track with them, which I'm kind of surprised by, but okay. In round 1 of qualifying, it's going to be Kyle Busch versus Martin Truex in one matchup. So Toyota, Kyle Larson and Kurt Busch in a matchup, Blaney and Chastain in a matchup, and Byron and Almorola in a matchup. I don't know, man. It's just going to be crazy, guys. They're talking in the booth about which lane would you rather have, and it's like, well, you know what? I don't really know, Jeff, because this isn't really a thing that we've ever done before. It looks like the first guys to go, it's going to be Byron versus Almarola, will be the first matchup. Kyle Busch, though, I just remembered Kyle Busch has had the fastest pit crew the last 5 weeks, so they definitely have an advantage in this one because that team has just been firing off so well. Mark saying, yeah, it'll be good a competition, yo. I'll try and bring you as much action as I can vocally, but I mean, I'm not quite sure. I'll say all I know it's going to be pretty crazy. I honestly think we're probably going to see an accident. Like, I think you're going to see somebody smash the gas too hard and spin out and maybe spin into the driver next to him. But yeah, this is going to be crazy. It looks like qualifying will start here in just about a minute or two. I think they're looking to get the first round 8:30, so in 2 minutes. Okay, this is actually crazy. They had an actual like countdown. What's it called? The countdown tower, like you see in drag racing, where they got the lights and it's like red, 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 green. So that's going to be crazy to see. Honestly, they should just make this NASCAR, or All-Star Race weekend, like a drag race part. And that should be like another part of the All-Star. Like you can have the 3-stage All-Star Race open, and then you'll have a drag race. Yeah, Kyle Busch has an advantage wherever he goes, and that advantage is he's the best of the bunch. Mark, we know is Mark out here preaching facts, at least to Kyle Busch fans. I don't think winning this race is going to come down to talent as much as it will luck, but we'll just have to see. I think it's just going to be about staying alive and not making mistakes. Michael, it should be excellent. Honestly, every weekend, no, I'm just joking. Well, I mean, it would be pretty crazy to do, but obviously I don't understand why, you couldn't. A couple more votes on that poll. So yeah, the majority of you guys are still leaning super speedway or road course, but some of you guys are saying Bristol, Martinsville, a couple for a mile and a half. Honestly, I'd probably say my personal pick would be a mile and a half. I'd be okay with any of them, but I just kind of like the mile and a half because it provides, pretty entertaining racing consistently. Where I feel like super speedways, road courses, can kind of be hit or miss. Like our super speedway may turn into just a crash fest, road course as well. And then Bristol, Martinsville, you know, when the All-Star race was at Bristol, it was like the biggest dud it's ever been. Eric, drag race to see a win at 40 drivers, then to 20, then to 10, then to 2, then the winner. I don't know, man. It would be crazy to watch NASCAR cars drag racing because they're just not built for it at all. It just looks so unnatural. I just hope none of the picker guys, because you know these cars are going to be coming into the temporary pit box pretty, you know, uncontrolled. So but I appreciate everybody who's tuned in so far this weekend. We've had about 400 people or so tune in at some point this weekend. Appreciate it. We're up to 11 likes, guys. Appreciate it if we get up to maybe 15 by the stream. 15, 20, be a pretty good goal. So it looks like it's going to be Almorola versus Byron to start us off. I think. They're panning to the picker guys, and they're just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so it's going to be Byron versus Almarola in the first round, and then the next round will be Blaney versus Chastain, and then Kurt Busch versus Larson, and then the last round will be Truex versus Kyle Busch. The NASCAR, they just panned to do Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Like, what in the world? Nobody needs to see that. Oh, that's what it's gonna be. They're gonna have like the tower, like a drag race, in the tower with the lights, and then they're gonna have like whatever you see, like two girls with pom poms in the middle, and they're gonna lower their hands. That's gonna be this is just great. This is just hilarious. This is like just for the memes. Appreciate everybody tuning in right now. Appreciate it. If you enjoy your scene, drop a like and hit that subscribe button. And the first round of this head-to-head qualifying is about to begin. It's going to be Byron versus Almarola. Byron was the fastest in the first round of qualifying. We'll have to see how they fare on this of knockout qualifying. Byron's team's picking the inside lane, and that means Almarola will start in the outside lane. I think a lot of this is going to be just about the initial jump into the pit stall and then that first jump out of the pit stall. Because that's where in the slow seconds of you firing up the car and getting traction, that's where it's going to be. That's where the big gap's going to form, not on that warm-up lap. I mean, you're just going to be from the track. Mark, this is ridiculous. But you know what? Sometimes ridiculous is good. Sometimes ridiculous is fun. Yeah, they're interviewing the crew chief for Rudy Fugle, Byron's crew chief, Rudy Fugle, and they're like, so how do you think Byron's going to do? It's like, I don't know. This is just going to be fun. Like, yeah, I don't know, guys. We're going to see once this first round gets underway. I mean, I think it's supposed to start at 8:30, and now it's like 8:35, and they're still not going yet. So hopefully they get this first round started here soon. I just hope none of these picker guys get hurt because these cars are going to be coming into these pit stalls pretty much uncontrolled. Appreciate everybody tuning in. But yeah, so I think the first round of 8 is going to be kind of like experimenting. And then that second round, once they've done it once, then it'll probably be a bit more competitive because, they'll kind of know what they're doing or what to expect at least. NASCAR could drag race with the car OT, with the car of tomorrow, with that big wing. Yeah, that give them that extra down flying off the ground. Okay. Okay, this green flag's about to start. Hey, now here they are. First round about to begin. Byron on the inside, Almorola on the outside. How's that initial jump going to go? They're launching to the stall, and that gap to the stall maybe is about 10 yards, 20 yards. And things are about to begin. I still don't. They're just sitting there idly now. The lights on the Christmas tree haven't gone down yet. Oh boy, this is like this is just so crazy. I can't even describe. Okay, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, it still hasn't started. These picker guys are going to get tired. They've been holding the jack and the tires for like 30 seconds heavy. Okay, I think they're having an issue with the board or something. Now I just don't know what's going on. Everybody's just been standing there for like 10 seconds. I think they're having issues with the Christmas tree. Man, that poor cheerleader's just having to stand there. Oh, okay. Okay. It's going in 10 seconds, guys. That's when the Christmas tree's about to start. Okay, the 10 did not jump as fast as the 24, and the 24's got the advantage. They're already done with the right side. It's going over to the left side, and a quick stop by the 24, and the 10 is, oh boy, that's not going to fare well for the 10. The 24 is up and away, and Byron should be able to hold on to this one unless anything crazy happens. I don't think Almarola realized what was going to happen. He did not see like Byron was already into his pit stall before the 10 even went. I don't know. Maybe we're going to get penalties for false starts, but maybe the 24 had a false start. I don't know. Okay, so Byron wins round 1 and then Almorola loses. Yeah, no, it's all going to be about that initial jump to the line. I mean, whoever gets out in their pit stall first is going to win. It's going to be interesting to see though if we get any false starts on these like drag starts. This is great. They're interviewing a couple of the crew guys off Byron's pit crew. We need more pit crew interviews, guys. Like, I love it. Like, I feel like we don't interview the pit crew guys enough, and because of that, we don't give them that recognition. I feel like it just all becomes about the driver, and it's more than just the driver that gets these wins. It's a team sport. Okay, Chastain is going to be on the inside, and Blaney will be on the outside for round 2. Well, the second round of round. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Oh, I mean, I just don't. It's all going to be about this first jump. You know, once the tower finally ticks down, it's going to be just about who can hit the throttle first and get into their pit stall, and then who can get out of their pit stall quickest. You can't afford to make a mistake as a pit crew because that couple tenths of a second that'll make all the difference in this race. And they're firing up the cars. Second round will begin here shortly. Also, it is starting to get a bit darker out, so some of these picker guys are turning on flashlights on top of their helmets so they can make sure and see what's going on. Oh, Bill's gone over to talk to Chastain. Okay, and now it's 10 seconds. 10 seconds till the green flag drops here. And it's on. And Chastain's into the stall first, but those picker guys are around on both sides. Okay, it's pretty even so far, and they are dead even right now on pits road. I can't tell you. I think he has a slight advantage. Who's going to get the left sides done quicker? And Blaney drops the jack just before Chastain, and they're both fired out in their pit stall pretty even. Blaney with the slight advantage over Chastain, maybe a car length lead. And Blaney's just Chastain trying to gain on him down the back straightaway, but there's just nothing he can do. And that was, and Blaney almost squeezed Chastain there coming off pit road exit, and he probably did. But yeah, Blaney's going to not Chastain. So far, whichever driver's had lane choice has won. Sorry, live free or die trying. Chastain knocked out here, but I think he's going to start in 7th place. I think that's, I'm not sure where the loser starts. I just know the winner keeps going on to the next round. But yeah, Chastain dropped the jack maybe 2-3 tenths of a second after Blaney, and that made all the difference. Can I put closed caption, please? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. But the next round, it's Kurt Busch versus Kyle Larson. And Kurt Busch has lane choice here over Kyle Larson. And it looks like Kurt Busch is going to pick the inside lane now. Now we're going to have to see how this third round goes. The second round, each round's gotten closer so far. So Larson on the outside, Kurt Busch on the inside. And then after these guys, it'll be Kyle Busch versus Martin Truex Jr. Kyle Busch on the inside and Truex on the outside. They haven't gotten the 10-second marker yet. Okay, and now they go 10-second marker, and it's going to be going green here in just a moment. And it's green. Larson with a bit of a better jump, but they're both into their stall. Who's going to get the advantage? They're doing the right sides right now, and it looks like Larson's just faster than Kurt Busch, but now they're doing the left sides. Who's going to beat him? Larson or off pit road exit and Fox the jack first. Now here comes the 45 out of it, and the 45 team messed up on their pit stop there. And this is Larson's race to lose. And Larson's going to win the race off onto Kurt Busch is going to lose here, definitely. He is way off that 5 car. That 45 team just did not quite get the pit stop done as quick as the 5. I wish they had a what Fox really missed out here is like a ticker marking how long their pit stops are. because that's where the real gap is made, and that's really who decides the race. So if you could see that, that really allow you to see a lot more information about what's going on. Look with that, Eric. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate if we get a couple more likes, maybe get up to 15. But yeah, both cars pretty even on the initial jump. Larson with maybe a slight advantage. And then I'm trying to see where the 45 was slower. It was just honestly on the left sides. The 45, they just kind of, it just did they're just, when they were putting the tire on, especially I'd maybe say the right front, that's just where the 45 lost a bit of gap. And yeah, and that's where the 5, made that advantage and win that round. Kyle Busch on the inside, Truex on the outside for this final round of round 1. And they're making some adjustments to the 12 car. They are allowed to make adjustments, so. So now the second round, the matches that are already decided, it'll be Byron versus Blaney, and then the winner of Kyle Busch and Truex. But only one JGR car is going to make it out of this round, and it's going to be the winner of this matchup here between Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. Kyle Busch has had one of the fastest pit crews so far this season. Can they keep that title of fastest pit crew so far? Truex in the Bass Pro Chevy, Kyle Busch in the M&M's Crunchy Chocolate. And the tower clicks green, and the 19 has a slightly better jump than the 18. Into their stalls they go. Pretty even so far. And the right sides are done on the 18. The 19 slow on the right rear. The 18 should have the advantage here. Oh, the 18 is going to win. The 19 has huge checkups there. And Kyle Busch is going to handily win this round. The 19 with a big hang up on both rear ends. So that was the biggest gap in any of the rounds so far. But now it'll be Kyle Busch versus Kyle Larson in the next round. So it's going to be the Kyle and Kyle show. Live free or die trying. Rowdy. Let's get rowdy. Kyle Busch with his pit crew. I wish they would have a ticker saying what their pit crew time, what the pit times are. Just to give a perspective of how they're comparing to each other. Oh, that's what it was on the right side specifically. The jack man couldn't get the jack under the car. The one thing I do have to say that I really think they missed out on here is the Christmas tree they have to start the drag race. It just entirely turns green. There's no indication that it's, like it's not like red, then all turns green. It's just boom, all turns green immediately. So the driver really has no preparation for when it's coming. So I think they really missed out on an opportunity there to make it look like an actual drag race where it goes like, red. Because right now the driver has like no idea at all. So really, truly unprepared. So he brought it to Safelight. We replaced the windshield and recalibrated their car's advanced safety system. So features like automatic emergency braking will work properly. All right, I'll finish. Wow, it's great. Thanks. Live free or die trying. Come on, Kyle. Or Kyle. Appreciate the 100 so of you guys tuned in at some point tonight. Mark Kyle will win. I like some pretty deep insight there. But the one thing that stayed consistent, well, or I guess so far, the first round, the inside lane won. The second round, the outside lane won. In the third round, the outside lane won. In the last round, the inside lane won. So it doesn't seem like either lane has an advantage over the other. So it doesn't look like lane choice matters that much. But, in the first round, we saw a couple of mistakes from the teams that lost. So the mistake-free teams are going to be looking to stay mistake-free in the second round. Because that seems to be where the gap is made, is on that pit stop. Maybe the pressure gets to the guys trying to go as fast as they can, and then they just make a slight mistake. And if it costs you a half a second, you're not going to be able to make up the ground on track unless the tire spins out, unless the driver spins out the tire. I don't know, guys. But then again, maybe Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson will come out of the pit stops dead even, and we'll get like a replay of the Chicagoland finish, guys. That'd be a nice way to top off this round. Man, they are really getting in all the commercial breaks they can here. This will definitely be the longest qualifying session all year. But guys, I will be live tomorrow, not for the All-Star Open, but for the All-Star race. I'm a bit busy earlier in the day. Byron dates Blaney's sister. I know. I don't know why that's. I find that funny, even though it's really not that funny, but it's just kind of ironic. I don't know.
No.
Okay, so it's Byron on the outside, Blaney on the inside. They're both pretty even off the initial jump. Into the pit stops they go. Well, now they're using a camera angle where you really can't tell which team has the advantage, but it looks pretty even so far. And it looks like Byron's going to drop the jack a little later than Blaney. Blaney's got the advantage as they exit pit road. And it looks like Blaney's going to be able to hold on this round. That time, the inside lane really benefited Blaney there, I think, because Byron kind of has to take that longer line off pit road exit. But Blaney is going to win this round, and he'll advance shot at the pole. And Byron, who fastest in normal qualifying, they're not able to get in knockout now qualifying. So yeah, Ryan Blaney is guaranteed a front row start tomorrow. It just doesn't matter if he's going to start on the pole or second place, and he'll face the winner of Kyle Larson versus Kyle Busch. Man, those tires, I don't know. They've got to be screaming, man. They're using the same tires every time, and they keep firing up on them. That's definitely wearing them down, I'd say. So Blaney versus the winner of Larson versus Kyle Busch. It's going to be Larson on the outside, Kyle Busch on the inside. The inside lane has been the benefactor of more victories than the outside, so we'll have to see here if the outside lane can break that trend. Kyle Busch has had the fastest pit crew so far this year, but Kyle Larson's pit crew had the fastest stop all season last year to get him the champion at Phoenix. Can they come up clutch here in the All-Star race? And they're fired up the engines, and they'll be going green here in a second. I think this is probably the best round. You got the best drivers and some of the best pit crews that there are in NASCAR right now. Okay, we're going to have to see here. And still haven't gotten the 10-second warning. Okay, and there we go. 10-second warning in the air. Okay, they're about to get the green, and boom. Oh, Larson stalls. Larson stalls, and Kyle Busch is going to win this round unless they have a major issue. Larson stalls the car out on the jump, and Kyle Busch just can't make a mistake, and they're going to be away. And there for that round. Kyle Busch is going to make it to the final. Larson stalls the car. I'm surprised we hadn't seen that happen yet. I'm surprised we hadn't seen that happen before that, but Larson stalls it out. And Kyle Busch win this round. And so it's going to be versus Busch in the final round. You're saying, come on, Kyle. Live or free die. I got 5 on Kyle. Well, I guess you won your bet, live free or die trying. Betting on Kyle was the move. Kyle won. Now, 18, though, definitely made mistakes on the pit. Oh, actually, wow, I did not see that, but the left rear tire changer hit the deck when he was running back around to change the tire. Lost his footing. Their pit stop seems slower than the 5s did, but the 5 stalling out that car, yeah, that basically lost their chances immediately. So, yeah, it's going to be Kyle Busch versus Ryan Blaney, though, now. Kyle Busch should have lane choice over Blaney. And now it does seem like the inside is better than the outside lane. So we'll probably see Kyle Busch pick the inside here. So, guys, who are we feeling? We're going to end that poll, and we're going to put up a new one, guys. Who's going to win, Kyle Busch or Ryan Blaney? Who wins? Kyle Busch or Ryan Blaney? Ryan Blaney's, I'd say, has been the most consistent so far, but Kyle Busch has had the fastest pit crew. They just haven't been as consistent. But yeah, this is just one more round of qualifying to go, and then I'll be hopping off right away, guys. I got to head out. What was my favorite paint scheme of the entire history of NASCAR? Oh my gosh, I could not. I don't know, man. I could not tell you my favorite paint scheme of all time. I mean, man, there are so many good ones. I mean, I really like Bobby Allison's paint scheme. That's like the one that's, white with the red outline and the gold star kind of on the side. I like the Rainbow Warrior or the Exalta Flame with the Exalta Flames scheme. I don't know. I mean, I'm more so thinking of the more popular ones, but I cannot tell you my favorite paint scheme. Live free or die trying. Yeah, flip a coin. That's pretty much the best way to vote. Mark, have a good evening. Okay, heading out. I'll see you. Live free or die trying. You're saying Jeff Gordon Flames. I think of more popular schemes, I feel like the Jeff Gordon Flames cars has to be, just one of the best of all time. Did I? Yes, I knew. Richard Petty. I know he had a drag racing career. I think he also actually got injured in a drag race. Like he had an accident, and he got some burns or something. It's great. The King's still kicking it though. Was in the booth the other weekend at Darlington. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in though tonight. Almost up to 15 likes. I'd appreciate if we could hit 15. That'd be a good goal. Just one more round to go. But it looks like Kyle Busch is going to go with the inside lane. Ryan Blaney will go with the outside. Yeah, it's great. They're interviewing a couple more pit crew guys. We need to see more of these pit crew interviews, man. It's great to see the guys behind the scenes who also help make things happen. I did not realize that was also part of the story, Mark. Yikes. So the majority of you guys are going with Kyle Busch. 4-1 in the vote. Okay. The engines are fired up. Waiting for the 10-second warning. Kyle Busch on the inside, Blaney on the outside. Both teams eager to have their shot at making the pole. And 10-second warnings in the air, and it's green. And they're both away. And the Kyle Busch has a slight edge. The 12 goes deep into his pit stall. And the 18's a bit quicker. And the 18's going to drop the jack first. Oh, it's dead even. They dropped the jack dead even. Oh, and the 18's got that inside line. That inside line makes the difference for the 18 off pit road exit. The 12's going down on the apron. The 12 trying to short track it around as far as it can. The 12 wrapping along that inside wall. That's not going to be enough to make it happen. Looks like Kyle Busch, though. Man, Kyle Busch has had the fastest pit crew all season, and they get him. That all-star pull, winning this shootout. But Kyle Busch will start on pole tomorrow. And to his outside will be Ryan Blaney. Then behind him, it'll be Kyle Larson and William Byron making up row 2. Appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight. That's all I got for you. We'll be live tomorrow for the All-Star race. And I'll see you guys then. Thanks for tuning in. This is a cool event, something new.